Here we go again, race 2 of Salt Lake City Crit. This is the geared race. Obviously the last race that I showed you guys was the fixed gear one. The day one geared one didn't go very well, obviously, because I was so tired from the fixed gear race. But here we are on today 2, which was a course that I really enjoyed last year and was looking forward to trying to get some points for my Cat 1 upgrade. So here we go. Lap 1 here, kind of just like showing you guys the course. It's a long loop and it has this hill in it that we're about to start now that isn't very steep, and when you're in a group and going fast, you know, it becomes less steep even, or something like that. Anyways, I also wanted to share that I had a couple of friends in this group. We were almost 50 people, but just under, unfortunately. I say that because at 50 people you get more points. And this is the little rise right before the finish line. So there's that hill, and then right before the finish line here, there's a little rise to the finish line. The guy in front of me in the white jersey is the guy that won the previous day on the flat course, and his teammate here on the left was giving him some pointers, if you will, to get him to not go too hard too early. The plan was for myself and Ben to try to get in a breakaway, because the year before a breakaway won this race by almost 4 minutes. So we planned that between minute 10 and 15 we would either join or start a breakaway. And you see here there's 3 guys off the front, and I see this as the opportunity to join them, assuming that would be the breakaway that would stick. So on the hill I put in a really strong attack and try to bridge to those 3 guys. And you'll be able to see them if you look closely at the end of the screen or the road there. One of the third guy, Jordan, is just peeling off, and because that first push was really hard, obviously, so he's rejoining the group. I'm coming in as fast as I can to join those guys. I can see them. I got a good enough gap on the group behind me, so here just speeding it up to show you guys how that went. But as we're approaching the finish line, on that same lap, the group just all comes behind me flying. They were going really hard, and at this point I'm a little scared because I want to make sure that I hop onto the back of the group and I'm not just dropped 15 minutes into this race. So again, almost 50 guys strung out, gives me a little bit of time to try to get speed and catch back onto the group. So 6 laps here, 15 minutes into the race. This was a 50-minute crit that was very, very hot. All the races of the day were shortened, including the pros' races, because of how hot it was. Forget what the exact temperature was, but it was almost 110 degrees Fahrenheit, which is very hot. So again, I just got caught by the group. I'm really tired from that effort, and I'm really struggling to hang on to the group, the back, like just trying to stay onto the group. And yeah, kind of like the plan to be in the break didn't work. So, you know, next plan is to just try to finish the race. Honestly, that's what I was thinking based on how tired I was. You see here, Jordan and Ben are behind me, the 2 guys that were on that breakaway. Jordan sees that I start opening a gap here, and then Ben comes behind me and you know, helps me get onto the group. So lap 7, 18 minutes in, I'm in the group. It kind of all calms down, and on this hill here, that guy unclips, which is never fun. I try to give him some encouragement as I go by, but I wanted to show you guys that specific moment for something that happens later. So 2 laps to go, 44-minute crit, and Ben is signaling for me to come. We have a little chat. He basically just says that he's going to lead me out because he's not a sprinter. I am. Our original plan didn't work. So yeah, I'm really tired at this point, but I'm like, you know what? Ben's a really strong rider, 4th at nationals in the time trial. So and he offered to lead me out. So I'm like, all right, now I have to try my best. And so I stuck to his wheel and tried to give him pointers on how to do the best lead out possible, which I think worked out well. He was listening to what I had to say, basically just making sure that he didn't go too early, because at this point we still have over a lap to go, and the lap is quite a few minutes, so you don't want to go too early in a group of very strong category 2 and 3 racers. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys the whole last lap here. You see Ben is the guy in front of me in the red jersey. Behind us in that yellow neon jersey is Ryan, who's been in quite a few of my videos, and another rider from Boise here who was very strong. He did good in the previous day on the geared race, and he's trying to do good again to, in his case, to try to get his Cat 2 upgrade. Meanwhile, I'm just telling Ben what to do, trying to make sure that we're sticking to the top 5 wheels without being at the front, so that obviously he's not using all his energy too early. There's this little bit of a downhill here before we hit that main hill on the lap, which I expect everyone to go really hard. So I want to make sure that Ben is as close to the front as possible to reply to attacks, yet not attack himself, so that, you know, then there's still, I don't know, about a kilometer to the finish line, so I would need him and want to make sure that he doesn't use all his energy too early. So again, the hill is right here. We do this right sweeping turn. It's quite smooth and fast, and everyone's coming from every side. So I make sure that I fight for Ben's wheel, and as he's holding about 3rd position. At this point in time, I couldn't get it on camera, but with about 2 or 3 laps to go, Iman, my coach, was there on the sidelines cheering me on, which was also very exciting. So with 2 or 3 laps to go, a guy went off the front, and at this point he's still off the front. So we're kind of fighting for 2nd position. As we can see him down the road, if you look, you can probably see him. And Ben kind of peeled off a little bit, but he's coming back here on the left. He's still, I thought he was done, but he still has enough energy. Again, I want to make sure he doesn't go too early, because we still have to go down this hill, and we have that last kicker. I could do the kicker myself. I was really tired though, so I wanted to just use Ben as much as I could. And then this guy takes Ben's wheel for me, which is fine, because again, Ben's going a little early for the energy that I had left, so having one more wheel to follow was great. At this point, I'm in 3rd wheel. You can see the guy leading up the road. As we're about to enter this last riser right before the finish line, and Ben is putting this ridiculous pull. You saw there, I was doing almost 500 watts on the wheel. Everyone's trying to come around. Everyone starts putting in their sprints. This guy, remember? Guy that unclipped? Guess what happens? He unclipped again. So I tried to go around. Fortunately, that didn't put me out of position, and I ended up with 3rd, which is great, because I've never podiumed at a race of this level. So on to better things. I got 12 points left that I need, and I'll see you guys on the next one.